Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning. Yang berusaha pengacara majlis, Yang berhormat Puan Hajah Zuraida binti Kamaruddin, Minister of Housing and Local Government Malaysia, Senior Ministers, Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Maimunah binti Sharif, Executive Director of UN Habitat, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Haji Ismail bin Haji Abdul Muttalib, Deputy Minister of Housing and Local Government, Yang berbahagia Datuk Zainal Abidin Abu Hassan, Secretary General of Ministry of Housing and Local Government, Yang berusaha Town Planner Nurliza binti Hashim, the CEO of Urbanize Malaysia, distinguished guests, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah that we can all gather here today at this Malaysia Urban Forum 2020. This is a national level forum that aims to promote discussions and sharing of knowledge and solutions towards developing and addressing the many challenges we face in becoming a sustainable and developed nation. After 63 years of independence, Malaysia has certainly matured as we continuously work very hard to strengthen and diversify our economy, improve our human capital capacity and capabilities, overcome the disparities in income inequality, and to reduce poverty of our people, and endlessly combating rising environmental changes. New challenges will continue to emerge as we are a fast developing nation. But I believe that our strong foundation built over times has made us to be more resilient and responsive in overcoming these challenges. I believe these are in line with the tenets of the 2030 Sustainable Agenda that Malaysia, as a member state of the United Nations, has and will continue to commit. COVID-19 has indeed challenged us further and given us a wake-up call. And on top of combating and monitoring cases, every nation, including Malaysia, is forced to reassess all that has been done and are to be done. And though COVID-19 has brought us much challenges and pain, it has at the same time brought us all together to think on what's best for the people, be it the health, the jobs, and income, as well as the social welfare or social well-being and welfare. The Rakyat has always been our priority, and the Perikatan Nasional Government of Malaysia will continue to work together with the private sector and financial institutions to ensure that we can find ways and means to reduce the impacts of COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia is, of course, committed in carrying out its poverty eradication efforts. However, despite the many policies and programs that we have introduced, poverty remains a growing concern to us. With the recent revision of the National Poverty Line Income, the PLI, from Ringgit Malaysia 980 to Ringgit Malaysia 2,208, more than 400,000 households have fallen within this level, i.e. 5.6% of Malaysians. That's much different from what Ambassador Maimunah was saying earlier. Now, the revision of the national PLI now takes into consideration the optimum food requirement, as well as quality and healthy eating, unlike in the past where we used to only consider the concept of minimum. Now, this is important as a strong nation builds upon a healthy nation. Hence, we must ensure that our people have sufficient quality and nutritious food. Now, since the pandemic, we have been relentless effort, or we have seen relentless efforts in urban farming carried out by the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Housing and Local Government, as well as by the local communities. I hope these good efforts will continue as we focus on food to table to ensure no hunger and malnutrition amongst Malaysians, and to help reduce the burden of our poor households, especially those living in the urban areas. Ladies and gentlemen, para hadirin sekalian, pada 25 Ogos 2020 yang lalu, saya telah turun Padang untuk melawat penduduk projek perumahan rakyat, the PPR, Desa Rejang, Setapak, Kuala Lumpur. Bagi meninjau dan juga melihat sendiri keadaan kehidupan penduduk miskin bandar di situ, dari golongan warga emas hinggalah kepada golongan kurang upaya ataupun OKU. Kebanyakan mereka ini membuat perniagaan kecil-kecilan, bekerja sebagai pemandu teksi dan lori, serta ramai juga yang membuat kerja sendiri untuk meneruskan kehidupan mereka yang sekian hari semakin mencabar. Antara perkara yang boleh dipertingkatkan adalah dengan menambah baik pusat komuniti setempat dengan aktiviti menambah kemahiran, keusahawanan dan memperkasakan pendidikan anak-anak mereka untuk menjamin kesejahteraan pada masa depan. Kerajaan Perikatan Nasional akan sentiasa meletakkan agenda membantu rakyat sebagai keutamaan, akan terus mencari pelbagai kaedah bagi membantu meningkatkan taraf hidup golongan ini. Ladies and gentlemen, to date, 77% of the Malaysian population reside in the urban areas, and this is expected to increase to 80%, or 26 million people by 2030. Now, with such a large population in the cities, we will be even more challenged to provide for the needs of the urban societies, manage the waste generated, overcome the income or the increasing traffic problems and air pollution, provide affordable homes, ensure sufficient access to water, uninterrupted power supply, provide quality access to public transportation and telecommunication, as well as overcoming severe flooding in the cities. We are also challenged by the change in demographic profile, where Malaysia will become an aging society by 2045, and where 14% of our population will be 65 years and above, like me. This will bring about new challenges in health services needs and physical environment. Hence, our cities and urban environment must be age and gender friendly as we prepare ourselves for this change in the social profile. It is time, of course, we address the aging society in our national development plans and relook at our planning and physical development in order to meet the needs of the elderly community. Now, the Sustainable Development Goal, or the SDG 11 on sustainable cities and communities, requires its adopters to ensure safe, accessible, and inclusive city places. Thus, we need to provide good quality public spaces for communities to gather, strengthen social cohesion, and allow cities to highlight the local cultural identity. We must not compromise these spaces. We need them even more today, where the role of urban public spaces in our health, well-being, and social life has become more significant. The needs of the disabled to live independently and have equal opportunities is equally important. And thus our cities must be people-friendly and barrier-free, and if our cities are to be truly sustainable, they must be truly equitable. Ladies and gentlemen, I was informed that the forum has engaged stakeholder groups. This is important to understand the needs of the various groups of our rakyat. The inclusion of city leaders, women, youth, grassroots, and the elderly is commendable, as their role is in ensuring cities are livable and sustainable should never be undermined. I look forward to hearing their contributions and commitments towards Malaysia's growth and success. Now, with just 10 years to achieve the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, we should not only address the challenges and aspirations mentioned, but we need to report and show our action plan, progress, and efforts towards achievements of the SDGs in view of the vision for Malaysia to be a sustainable urban nation. And all this undoubtedly require concerted efforts by ministries, by agencies at the national, state, and local levels to work together to align our policies and strategies to ensure that our future growth will take place in a more responsible, more integrated, and sustainable manner. We must strengthen our bottom-up feedback system to ensure integration and cooperations on policy matters and better coordinations of action plans to reduce the mismatch between the real needs and plan. The formulations of Malaysia SDG cities as the key outcome of KL declarations of 2018 at the World Urban Forum 9, which Malaysia hosted in 2018, is an action plan, roadmap, framework for cities. And this is timely and important as Malaysian cities need to address local challenges and set their own pathways and targets guided by the SDG goals and aligned to national policies on sustainability. Congratulations to KPKT and Urbanize Malaysia for all your efforts. I hope everyone, including local stakeholders, will work together with this government to address the many impending issues arising. Local leaders, of course, play an increasingly important role here. They are connected directly to the communities and are involved in the planning, development, and management of cities. It is therefore crucial for the local leaders, be it their community representatives or local governments or the local authorities, to operate in a more engaging manner, as this will lead towards a more effective and, of course, more efficient management systems. Strong partnerships with all levels is vital, including with the communities, the NGOs, professional, business, and the private sector, as well as the government machinery. The private sector plays an important role where they can help in strengthening the local economic growth and providing employment. Hence, partnerships to implement sustainable agenda and transform the business environment is vital to overcome poverty and financing of sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the Ministry of Housing and Local Government and Urbanize Malaysia for organizing and hosting this Malaysia Urban Forum 2020. I believe this is the first urban forum held during this COVID-19 period. I hope it can be an annual event so that the stakeholders can meet regularly to measure the progress of the commitment made in this year's forum. I would also like to thank UN Habitat for being the partner of this important program, and the Executive Director of UN Habitat, Datuk Sri Maimunah Sharif, who is also our former Mayor of Penang and Seberang Perai, though she comes from Negeri Sembilan. And it's good to see you here in Malaysia again since the last time I met her at the United Nations meeting. I hope UN Habitat will continue to support us. To the representatives of UNESCAP, United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific, UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, and UCLG ASPEC, United Cities and Local Governments for Asia Pacific, thank you for being here and for supporting this very important forum. To all participants of this forum, I look forward to hearing your deliberations, which I believe will lead to shared knowledge and ideas that we can use in our efforts to advance sustainable urban development. I wish all of you fruitful deliberations. May God Almighty bless us on our efforts, and with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most righteous, most merciful, I declare the Malaysia Urban Forum 2020 officially open. Together, we'll work to build a sustainable Malaysia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, for that excellent speech. Sir, we would like to request that you remain on stage, and we would like to invite all of the honorable guests to join our Prime Minister on stage for the launch of Malaysia Urban Forum 2020. Please be invited. The honorable guests, please be invited to come forward to the tablet and to press and key in the password in the tablet. In 3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, and there we have it. Malaysia Urban Forum 2020 is officially open. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And Tan Sri, we have a very special presentation on Malaysia's sustainable agenda for our honored guests. Our Malaysia SDG Cities Framework. The framework is an outcome of the Kuala Lumpur Declaration made in the 9th session of World Urban Forum Agenda and SDGs to achieve the 2030 Sustainable Agenda. Honorable Prime Minister, we would like to hand over to you and all distinguished guests on the stage the Malaysia SDG Cities Framework. Please be invited. To capture this special moment, we would like to invite the Honorable Prime Minister and our honorable guests for a group photo with the youth. Special thanks to our 7 youths. Honorable Prime Minister, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to invite the 5 cities that committed to the SDG agenda after this. Special thanks to our 7 youths. Honorable Prime Minister, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite the 5 cities that have committed to the SDG agenda. We are now inviting the Honorable Datuk Nur Hisham bin Ahmad Dahlan, the Mayor of Kuala Lumpur. Please be invited. Congratulations. And now we are inviting the Honorable Dr. Aminuddin bin Hasim, the President of Perdana Menteri. Please be invited. And now we are inviting Honorable Datuk Haris bin Qasim, Mayor of Shah Alam City Council. Please be invited. Congratulations, Dato'. And now we're inviting Honorable Dato' Zainal bin Haji Abu, Mayor of Melaka Historical City Council. Please be invited. Congratulations, Dato' Zainal. And now we're inviting the Honorable Muhammad Fadil bin Hassan, President of Alor Gajah Municipal Council. Please be invited. Thank you, Tan Sri, and congratulations to all the President and Mayors, Honorable Prime Minister. In our sincere appreciation for your presence here today, we would like to invite the Honorable Minister of Housing and Local Government, Haji Zuhaida Kamudin, to present a special memento to our Prime Minister. This special painting is painted by a very special young and talented lady who is also a great fan of our Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, we introduce to you Wan Jamila, an award-winning seventh artist known worldwide as Art Jamila. The painting depicts our lives that has been affected by COVID-19 and how our Prime Minister, our leaders, and our frontliners has worked hard to overcome the pandemic situation. Thank you, Art Jamila. Give a round of applause to Art Jamila. Thank you, Art Jamila. Honorable Prime Minister, we would like to invite the Honorable Datuk Sri Maimunah Muhammad Sharif after this to hand over the 2020 catalogue of services to the Prime Minister. Please be invited. Thank you, honorable guests, honorable Prime Minister, and our honorable guests. We would like to invite to take a photo with the audience on the floor. Mr. Prime Minister, and please be invited to all the honorable guests. To the photographers and the videographers, please be invited upstage to take photos. Make way for Tan Sri. Please maintain your social distancing. To all the audience at the back,